Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hi, Pedich. Did you saw that notifications? Thank God the new mod is working fine. Somebody recommended me the new mod. um, Yay! I should be moving better than before because I was like learning how to do stuff. Yeah, because it's like Pride Month and all. I generally, as you know, don't speak directly about stuff, but yay! I, I decided to at least kinda show some stuff. Next week, with Phoenix, we're gonna play kinda LGBTQ related game. Not that our life is not. Yep. I decided to go with just rain this time. I hope you like it. I like rain. So I decided to put rain this time instead of actually, sound like music. I mean, that's the idea, I like being a gremlin, but also, as you know, my vibe is kind of cozy rather than anything else. But yeah. So I am really sleepy. For no particular reason, I just did stuff today, but not enough to be as tired as I am. So we're gonna just chill, play the game, and, start the day, so to say. Although it's kind of late for me, but, start the week rather. I don't know. I just in a silly mood today. But yeah, it doesn't work well with my background, the whole cute vibe. But I also like my techno background, so we're vibing like this for now. I have coffee to drink after stream. Yeah, I would have liked that. By the way, I saw you. I perceived you. Your parents saw you. I can't wait Storm to join if Storm decides to join and has time, of course, and see you bicker about the whole who's in your mind thing. For other people who are jumping and watching this on YouTube or just, vibing with us but not speaking, our Discord server is basically the home of two of my regulars, one of them being Pedich, and the other is Firestorm, who you might have seen if you watch my VODs sometimes. But yeah, and shameless plug, join my Discord if you want to be part of a bit of shenanigans. But yeah, so this is gonna be for today, like a short stream about our life. Tomorrow we are playing the Luxium game. This was the biggest vote I had done, like, I think if we count separately the different polls I did, around 30 or so people joined. I expected Vox to win, and it happened, but I still wanted to give the chance to people, because it actually was Vox and Shu. So we're gonna go with Vox Road. Tomorrow and the day after that, I hope we finally finish Mudfather. So yeah. Next week we have two collabs planned, and the week after that another two. So you're gonna see my friends that you had seen recently, one by one or in a group, show up. You're gonna also have kind of the ability to choose one of our games. Like, one of the games is gonna be Uno, and whoever loses is gonna have to record kind of cringy voice note for Twitter. So you guys will be able to send us suggestions about the voice notes and make us say cringy stuff. So yeah, I think we can start. Wait a bit. Since I had done collabs more, I sometimes forget how to function as singular VTuber. Oh god. Yay. So put this at the side. You will be able to suggest on YouTube. I'm gonna make a YouTube community post, and you're gonna be able to send there as a comment too. I know that not all people that watch me do it. Don't mind. Don't worry. There are votes. Also, you're not obligated. The fact that you still support me after so long is more than enough. Don't worry. Let me position myself because I'm sitting really weird currently. I'm not gonna be able to. Let's open the game. Yay! This, like, I think this is gonna be fine. I think that this is gonna be fine. Yep. It should be nice that way. I don't remember how much we had left, but I'm gonna see. Load? Didn't I record on the second page? Nope, I didn't. Let me check the type. Not the type, but the time, rather. April, May. So this one should be the last one. Yay! Okay. So, we're having another part called Charity. I hope that I think we were gonna finish just Charity because I'm tired. But we're gonna see. I want to start another visual novel soon, like after we finish this. I feel bad that I can't pay the money so you can see all the DLCs. But at the same time, maybe it's good as promotion for the game, I don't know. Just can't drop the money for the DLCs, sadly. Yeah. Oh, I'm real sorry, I'm yawning. Yay! Ooh. Cove pushes himself to his feet from where he had been bent down in the sand, stretching out his back and groaning softly. A tired breath slipped past his lips as he wiped his brow, looking out over the shore. It looks great. You stood beside him, joining in the surveying of the sand that almost seemed to sparkle beneath the mighty sun. The two of you had been out on the beach since sunrise, cleaning up and down the beach looking for various debris, and the work had paid off. Using a hand to shield your eyes from blinding rays, you glanced across the way where the other volunteers from Orca were gathered. Oh yeah, I forgot that we actually joined the volunteer group that he is at. They were easily recognizable by the heavy vest they wore. It looked as though everyone was about ready to wrap things up for the day. Chat, have you ever joined any sort of like cleaning and stuff? In the schools where I am, they make you clean. Like it's kind of voluntary, but not voluntary work. So we kind of did it. What about you? Have you done something like that? It can't be like me, just by the school requirements, so to speak, but it can also be just, you joining. Of course, every question I ask is more than open to be answered by you people on YouTube when you're watching. I'm happy to see it in a better state. I'm exhausted. I'm just glad it's almost over. You did great. Oh, when there wasn't? Or there was? I'm sorry, Pericha, I'm not sure which one, because it's like wasn't with N, and I'm not sure if you did it by mistake or it actually wasn't a thing. It was a thing for us. Oh, okay. Yeah. I suppose that you meant was, that's why I asked. I would like to do this. And especially if I do it alone, like without I got crooked hands. I like your reference to my skewed playthrough of the Crooked Man. But I also did something like that. I wish I could, like, by myself, not with other people. But I have reason for not being able to actually go out a lot. It's not just me not liking going out is like combination of reasons, and one of them is health related, so no. But I like when people do stuff like that. Although many people just go and ruin everything after, so. The beach looks better than I've seen it in ages. I couldn't have done it without you, and the other volunteers too, obviously. We did a pretty good job, didn't we? You shared a smile, relieved to soon be able to take a break, but feeling proud of what you had accomplished. Gove placed his hand to his hips, a pleased grin pulling at the corners of his mouth as he admired the work you'd both done. He had begun to realize, during your time volunteering for the organization, how seriously Gove took his service. It was easy to see that it was something important to him. I mean, he always liked the ocean since he was a child, and he's a good-natured dude, so he felt equally as invested and always gave it your best efforts. I'm sorry if I just stop mid-sentence. I'm yawning and trying to suppress the yawn so you don't hear it. You enjoyed the work, but mostly wanted to have a good time. Miranda was right. You volunteered because it was a good reference. You didn't want to be there, but you didn't know how to turn it down. I mean, if I had the opportunity and could do it, and was with a friend, in the case it's with Gove, I would be happy to do it. It's gonna be tiring AF. Cleaning is like, in these conditions without the sun and everything, is gonna be really tiring. But you felt equally invested. Yeah, I mean, it's between the first one and the second one. Because it's like, I like to help people and nature and whatnot, but I doubt I'm as invested in Gove. So I'm gonna say you enjoyed the work but mostly wanted to have a good time. Being part of an organization like Orca, I mean, you go to meet different people and go to all sorts of places you might not have had a chance to usually. It's been a good year so far. It's crazy to think that it's already time to push the big event. You let out a big breath, thinking of the formal dinner that the Orc organized every year. Being a completely fundraising focused event for large donors, it was crucial for the organization's projects in the year to come. You had to be over 18 to attend, so this was your first opportunity to actually see it in person. How you had heard about it so far was that it was a prime and proper occasion, with speeches and everything. You did not know what else to expect from it, as you were on a part of a group who planned the evening. before the big night came around, the volunteers would have to sell the tickets for it, and that's where you'll be helping. I'm so excited to go. I'm nervous about the event. Don't even really want. That doesn't sound like fantastic. I hope you can rest, Peric. I hope you can rest. I think that is the changing of the weather. Like many people I know got sick or just feel tired out of nowhere, like more than usual. I mean, I literally did the most menial tasks today that won't make me tired in other situations, but they did. So that's why we're rolling with kind of chill vibe today. Not that we're not chill most of the time, but even chiller. I'm just enjoying the visual novel with you guys. So yeah, remember to take care of yourself. And you know, I hope that just chilling on the stream helps you relax, since that's the logic of my streams to begin with. I'm curious about the night. You shrugged. I'm nervous about the event. I'm gonna be nervous if I have to sell tickets. I hate bothering people, like being annoying. So just going and selling tickets, you know, when the people run on the street and it's like, sir, madam, would you please look at this and this thing? I would hate doing that. It's gonna be so bad. You look down at the sandy chili, twisting your fingers together. It was going to be fancy and full of very important strangers. I can't agree with you there. It's part of the program, though. I just don't feel excited about attending a super formal meal with a proper etiquette and stuff, you know. He threw his arms out to the side, making a bit of a show at how ridiculous it seems to him. I've got sand over my room and only one nice shirt, and I go barefoot pretty much whatever I can. I'm gonna be so out of place. I mean, you're surfer boy, what you expect? Right, I bet you'd rather stay out there. I don't wanna have to worry about manners. I mean, technically we're gonna be out of place too. I wish there was an option that says that, because I'm out of place too. I don't want to have to worry about manners, yeah. Maybe that's the closest we can get to what I wanted to answer. What if they have more than one fork like in movies and I have to pick the right one? What am I supposed to do then? You groaned as the thought, dragging your feet to the sand while Kovs chuckled at the thought. A small beeping noise came from Kov's pant pocket, and he pulled it out and glanced at the screen. Oh, it's the organizers. They sent a text to the group. Time to call it a day here. Oh, cool. Kov texted himself. That's a weird way to shorten cell phone. Kov tucked himself away, eagerly turning to you. Let's head over and drop the trash bags off the trucks. Then we can drive back and join the ticket team. We got to be there pretty soon to relieve them. With the stretch of the shore this long, the plan was switch places with the other team, who had been pushing the tickets for the fundraising dinner halfway through. It would be a full day of work, but It was Orca's largest event of the year, and all hands were on the deck to make sure it was a success. I mean, I'm just gonna walk. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk. Sometimes simple is best, as they say. You took a relaxed pace and coffee easily matched it beside you. You collected the trash bags spread along the way together, heading across the beach to hoist them into the truck before heading off to the next job. The drive back to your neighborhood and making your way to the shopping street was fairly quick, though Cove stressed a little about being late. Luckily, he was able to find a parking spot nice and close to where you needed to be. You jumped out of the car and quickly went towards where you knew the group would be. Finally reaching the store that was set up to sell tickets, you stopped for a moment to catch your breath. That was quite a flurry of activity. It would be your job for the rest of the afternoon to help sell tickets for the fundraising dinner, and looking around the street, you saw that there were plenty of potential buyers out today. Yeah, I would hate doing that. I would hate doing that. I don't like calling people on the phone, even when I know that the people are gonna get money off me, like if I have to purchase something. For example, if I have to go for delivery of like food or something, I know that the people will get money from me purchasing the food, but I won't do it. That's why I prefer doing things online, because I don't have to worry that I'm bothering people. It's kind of weird, but yeah. That will be hopefully help to move the tickets along. The store itself was simple. A portable table with a few plush sea animals as decorations and a banner stick across the front. There were two volunteers who were already packing up and getting ready to head off to the beach. They gave both of you a friendly smile as you arrived. Hey Cove, Zero, how things go on the beach?
Not bad.
It was good. The place is looking great. We're lucky to get a 2-for-1 when it comes to you guys. Cove cleared his throat awkwardly from beside you, and you noticed his cheeks flushed pink. Here we go again. Yeah, I think that this is gonna make me shy too. Like, what? The thing is, everybody knows that we're gonna end up as a couple, to the point of not only our families try to set us up, but also our colleagues. It's so funny. You could tell that they weren't trying to embarrass you on purpose, but you wish they hadn't said anything at all. The volunteers made a room for you and Cove behind the table, but they circled around to the front of it. Thanks for coming in for a shift. We'd better take quick so we can head off to the next place. No problem. What do you need us to do? You nodded and gave a small smile to show that you were listening. One of the volunteers handed you a clipboard with all the details needed to sell the tickets, while the other tossed a set of keys to Cove, which he called with ease. Those are for the money box and supply kit. Make sure to keep them on you all the times. Aside from handling the cash for the tickets, there's also a form on the clipboard for the guests to fill in their info. That way we know how many tickets we sold and who will be attending the event. There's a small script beneath what you get stuck for what to say, and that's about it. Pretty simple, huh? I think we got it. Satisfied, that you knew what you're doing, the volunteers said their goodbyes and started walking away, leaving you and Cove to manage the store alone. The keys jingled in his hand as Cove waved them off before stuffing them into the pocket of his pants for safekeeping. Bye, have fun! Once the volunteers were outside, Cove dropped down into a chair behind the counter with a sigh. We made it there just in time. It's cool we traded places with nothing happening. They might have been late getting to cleanup duty. He leaned back in his seat, getting fully comfortable in the space, and gave you a smile. Yet, I'm gonna take the other seat because imagine cleaning the beach half the day with all the sun. Yeah, we need to sit then running to not be late. No, we're sitting. It was just a simple plastic chair that squeaked when you sat on it, but it gave you a good view of the street. We got things under control. I was so stressed. I'm glad this work let us at least rest on one place. Yeah, I'm just gonna smile at him. Especially considering how important is this for him. I don't want to be whiny about things when talking to him. Yeah. It had been a bit of a mad rush to get here, but everything had turned out alright in the end. Cove rummaged around the station a little, picking up a stuffed toy orca and holding it up in front of his face. You had told me that it was pretty cute, with its big, bulging eyes and oversized flippers. Setting it back down on top of the table, Cove moved to the checkout to check out the rest of the store, finding a collar stashed beneath the table. When he pulled it out and opened the lid, you could see that it was filled with the half-melted ice cubes and about half a dozen bottles of water. Grabbing one of the plastic bottles, he unscrewed the cap and took a long drink. You watched the condensation running along the side of and onto his fingers. So? 2-1-1? Oh, I know what's gonna happen. Also, I find it funny how the description was so precise about the condensed water, like flipping down to Cove's fingers. This game can do its tricks sometimes. Yeah, I mean, again, we just finished sitting in front of the sun for God knows how many hours, so I need water. Thanks. After opening up, you took a drink and let out a satisfied sigh. You hadn't realized how thirsty you had been, and it was always good to stay hydrated. The two of you got settled in easy, and you took the chance to look over the paperwork on the clipboard. Cove joined you, leaning over your shoulder to get a better look. Seems like pretty standard stuff, he muttered, and you nodded quietly. It had general info about the event and the work you needed to do at the hall and the store, as well as the amount of tickets sold thus far and the number of remaining. Cove tapped a finger on the counter as he read quietly over the notes, muttering a few things now and then that you didn't fully hear. He seemed content to be there, and you were sure that the afternoon would pass by quickly. When he glanced out towards the crowd and made a small sound, you followed his line of sight to see that a potential supporter was on their way over to the booth. You psyched yourself up. I like how they worded. Yep. you were feeling anxious, it was the time to do the customer service. Yeah, that would be me. It wasn't always easy for you to do things like this, especially when those things required talking to strangers. But you had to remind yourself that you were doing it for a reason. Taking a deep breath, you made eye contact with the customer and gave them a small smile. Time passed as the two of you managed the store, and as people approached, your sales pitch would either have them asking for the ticket or heading off and mumbling, maybe next time. Oh no, you managed to sell a decent amount of tickets, and you could tell that Golf was happy with the outcome. As the afternoon drifted along, 6 p.m. arrived. Time to pack everything up and head home for the evening. Your work with Orca was far from over, but right now, there was only one thing left to focus on: attending the actual event. The day continued on in a normal flow, and before long, the night of the Orca fundraising dinner was upon you. It was early evening and you were in your room getting ready as the minutes ticked closer and closer toward the time you needed to leave. I have I wouldn't say peculiar, but kind of, like, I have a hard time figuring out what clothes to wear. So I basically have several pairs of things that I wear and only wear them. Like, it's hard for me to find clothes that I feel comfortable in. So I think that it's gonna be me just choosing the things that I'm gonna wear, especially considering that there's gonna be an event with so many people after. So I'm gonna choose the first. You want some privacy, so you had locked yourself away at your own. It was kind of peaceful not having anyone else around to rush you. You knew you had to get going before it was too late, but at least this way you could hear yourself think. The event had strict guidelines and you wouldn't be let in unless you were dressed to code. That meant having to find a truly professional outfit, but one that you were also happy with. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy to dress up. I don't like dressing up. Fancy clothes were always stuffy, uncomfortable, and just totally unnecessary. You really bucket into your phone as you riffle through the options with a tired sigh. So, taking a deep breath to refocus yourself, you looked over the options one last time. It was time to decide on an outfit, and quick. Dress, button-down shirt, blouse and pants, skirt. Yeah, it's gonna be a button-down and a pants, of course. Standing in front of your mirror, you quietly assessed your outfit. I hope they have rings because I would have worn my rings. It needed a little something extra to finish it off. Rummaging through the rest of your wardrobe, you picked out what you needed to complete your outfit. Oh my god, I didn't expect to see an anklet as a suggestion, but then again. Ring, yep. I mean, both the ring and the earrings, since I basically live with my earrings, I never take them out, but couldn't have leave the house without sleeping on that. I don't like dressing up either. So I have a date with some ducks tomorrow, so I'll be getting out fancy suit tomorrow. Gotta make a good impression. I hate dressing up. When I didn't have prom when I finished my university, and I was happy that I didn't have, I just went there to take my documents, and I didn't attend the actual graduation event, and I'm happy because I would have hated to have to dress up and be fancy for no reason. Sadly, that wasn't the case when I finished high school. I had to dress up, and to this day the things that I wore are just sitting in my wardrobe, which is, I also don't like spending money for useless stuff, and fancy clothes in my head are useless, so you couldn't leave the house without sleeping on that, holding your hands up to the light. You quietly admired the way it glinted. It wouldn't glint. I mean, it's not exactly a prom, but they go with the the black dresses and with the hat and everything, and then go to a dinner or something. But I wasn't very close with the people I was studying with, and I also kinda missed the day to begin with. I had to go because there wasn't the option not to go. If there was option not to go, I would have skipped it. Again, one of the reasons I'm Vtuber, aside from the fact that I love doing it and want to learn to do different stuff, is me being antisocial to no end. I just don't like being around people and doing fancy stuff. I prefer drinking my cheap coffee in my room, watching anime. That's what I prefer. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm moving weirdly. I'm stretching because... Okay. My rings are black, by the way, so it wouldn't glint on anything. I have black rings. I'm emo. I bet that they will mean a pair of earrings, the fancy earrings. Again, mine are just plain black. So I'm just gonna go with that was everything, because I don't want the game to think that I dressed very fancy, as weird as it sounds. And that was that. Nope, I never wear makeup. I don't like it at all. Finally we're dressed. It had all come together. Oh god. To be honest, I was supposed to go too, since they gave out the certificates there. I just didn't know where it took place. No one told me. Why they didn't tell you, Pedich? that especially if you wanted to go and also the certificates were given there, that's odd. Oh god. I'm glad that they didn't make me make up stories for why I didn't go to the thing. I just chose not to go to the university at least, and just went to the next day to grab my documents. Cole sent to a text saying he was heading to the car and would see you in a bit. You carefully headed down the stairs and into the living room, where your moms were waiting for your appearance. you didn't have hard time in high school. And school in general, not only high school. Nah, please don't. I'm happy to have at least one person who views me pretty regularly. Actually two, if we count Firestorm too. Like, you both are very active and keep being delusional. Oh god, I'm sorry that I stopped speaking. I'm really tired for some reason. I like my back is hurting. Oh, you carefully headed down the stairs and into the living room where your moms were waiting for their appearance. As you entered, they both stood from the couch and came over to you, smiling broadly. You look so wonderful, Zero.
Nice.
And very mature too. Nice work, kid. They continued to coo and fuss over you, and you managed to brush them off. Ma took Mom by the arm and held her close, the two of them admiring you proudly. Ugh, I don't like people looking at me like this. Yeah, I would wonder why they would make such a big deal too. Like, it's not even like an event that's for me, it's just charity. Liz came over to you and smirked, as if she was reading the very thoughts in your head. You have to get used to it one day, Zero. You're the baby of the family, after all. Ma came in to give you one last hug, and before you knew it, another pair of arms were wrapped around you, and then a third. Both Mom and Liz giggled as they hugged you tight. At this point, I think you suffered from some trauma, some trauma when you were a kid. That's the most typical story ever. My chat likes to do storytelling as much as I like to attempt voice acting. Oh god. I really hope tomorrow I'm with more energy so I can do stuff better. I see it didn't help. And I am saying that at the most non-joke way. I literally didn't help. We hope you have so much fun tonight.
Have fun.
I won't wait up for you. Stay out as long as you need. You're old enough now. With the last wave goodbye, you left your family and approached the front door. It was time. Stepping out into the night, you closed the door behind you gently and looked out across the street. Oh, look at him! Look how dapper he is. Yeah, I can't get rid of you that easily. Look at him, chat, how dapper he is. I probably wear something similar to him. Just button down and like pants. I wonder what he's wearing for shoes since he's moving around in flip-flops constantly. Bob was standing there in the street. His eyes met yours immediately, as if he had been watching your house for the moment you would come out. He smiled bashfully. Hey, Zero. Hey, I hope you're ready to do this. That's would be if I have to attend event like this. In my day-to-day life, I am basically with old. Hello, Firestorm. I'm just with old t-shirt, old shirt, and ripped jeans, and very old sneakers that have like a hole in the bottom of the sneaker. So every time it rains, my feet get wet when I'm walking around. My chat meeting one another is one of my favorite things. I hope you are fine, Firestorm. Thank you for visiting. and I'm sorry that my energy is quite down. I'm just very tired for no apparent reason. Like, I'm just tired. Also, what do you think about my my outfit, so to speak? Uh, Wait, my brain froze because it looks comfy. Yeah, I decided to put myself in the flag that represents me, since we're Pride Month and everything. I also have a badge, like a pin, that represents me. So yeah, I don't speak a lot about it like directly, so I was like, let me at least dress for the occasion. And ironically, we're playing a game that's pretty much dedicated to, you know, LGBTQ and whatnot, so it's kind of fitting. I wish I had more energy today, so I'm more a bit rather than comfy, sleepy, but eh. We're going to an event with Cove, like charity event. So let's keep going. He took the chance to check over his outfit as he walked across the way to meet you. It was a formal for sure, though didn't feel overly posh. It made sense for him, but honestly, aside for sore eyes, he was always beautiful to you. Oh, that's so cute. He looked you over as well, a subtle blush creeping over his face as he quickly cleared his throat and averted his gaze. You... He seemed to be struggling to find something to say, rubbing at the exposed part of his arm awkwardly. Thank you for coming with me, and for the dressing really nicely for this. Your outfit is good. Better than good, really. Great, I guess. Something else? So yeah. Poor guy is so nervous. Yeah, even going to change the outfits. I enjoy voice acting Cove, although my voice can't go very low. I like making him sound very shy. I think that I can make shy people easily. I can't laugh on demand, which is bad, but I can make shy people. That seems sus. Oh, I love my chat. By the way, one of the things that I wanted, and I'm gonna put a poll on Discord and also like Twitter and YouTube. I want to find another time when I can stream, so I can flip between 2 times when I can stream. So if you have another time of the day when you are comfortable visiting streams and would like to see me stream at that time, feel free to mention it in chat. Who the hell is gonna be so upfront to say this? You felt shy over it? I mean, of course I'm gonna be shy, but also I want to compliment him, so you look, he's very nice too. You glanced over to him from head to toe, noting that his shirt, pants, and shoes were all shiny and new. Very nice indeed. He tipped his head a little to hide his expression, but you didn't need to see it to know that he was pleased that you had said so. Thanks. Then he shook his head, glanced back towards the garage, and throwing a thumb over his shoulder, spoke. We should probably get going. Wouldn't wanna be late for such a grown-up event, right? Yeah, let's go. You headed over the coast car together, hoping in strapping on your seatbelts. You were on your... I'm sorry, my tongue just forgot to function. Alright. Oh, you had a test. Did not. You shouldn't be productive constantly. Like, there are days when you just can't do much and don't feel like doing much, and that means that you need a break. So, just enjoy your time here. The event was being held at a place you had never been to before. You brought up the location on your phone to help Golf navigate there. It took some time to find the right address, and once there, you were met with the task of finding a parking spot. It's good, yeah. It's good that your exam wasn't hard. As I said, I'm kinda lethargic too, as you can hear from my voice. That's why I'm actually searching for another good time frame where I can stream, because I get kinda very sleepy around the time I stream, which makes my energy not very good for streaming. Though you were on time, it seems like everyone else had already showed up and claimed the spaces. Eventually, you found a suitable place before realizing that it was a required payment. Kov covered the amount, taking a ticket from the machine and leaving it on the dashboard on the car. Oh my god, that's fancy, Jesus. I would feel so awkward to be in so fancy place. Despite a small hold up, you managed to ultimately make it to the event and confirm you were the guest lists before being shown into the dining area. Goff whistled low as he looked around, taking in the extravagance of the room. Chandeliers hung from the ceiling, and the entire place was decked out with beautiful oceanic display. You are stunned yourself. It was extremely high class, even more so than you had already expected. Yeah, I don't know. I would feel very out of place in so fancy place. Like, sometimes when I had the chance to go to places that are kind of fancy, not near as fancy as this, but kind of fancy, I felt so out of place. So I think that if I'm in something that fancy, I would feel so uncomfortable. He simply looked around at all the lights and crystals everywhere. The sound of your names being called out echoed over the living room. Where you looked around, you recognized a couple of organization leaders looking your way. They approached you, both in greeting, giving you a welcoming smile and a hello. Oh, Zero, we are glad to see you could make it, especially after all the hard work you've done to help make this night happen.
Of course.
Definitely. It wasn't gonna miss it. Yeah, I would have just nodded. Socially awkward. And that was enough for them. Well, thank you for being a part of the team. You're always welcome to help us out with activities whenever they come up. Thank you. Goff shrugged, then eyes darting around the place with an awkward look.
So...
I guess we should talk to more people. There isn't much else to do on an event like this. You found your way into groups of people who were standing around chatting while some light music played in the background. Servers with large silver trays were gliding between the guests, offering drinks and canapes. Hoff approached various people as you would your way to the guests. He managed broaching new conversations well. You were enjoying talking to so many different people, both guests and members of the organization alike, and found yourself enjoying the company. I wouldn't. No, I would feel so bad for having to talk to so many people. Nope. The sound of a microphone cracking came from the podium at the other end of the room. Someone who you assumed must be the host for the evening was asking everyone to sit down in preparation for the meal and speeches. This is the older teen when they're visiting the Orca charity event. This is when they're visiting the Orca charity event. Since we missed last week, and since I kinda read slow, we haven't reached to the fully adult part, but we're gonna. I hope you don't mind, chat, that we're kinda slow with it. You and Kov looked for a table, finding it easy enough by the little name cards that were placed delicately beside the napkins. A few others joined you at the table, though there weren't anyone that you recognized. The host was still speaking as people were sitting, starting off the speeches by giving a welcome to everyone attending. She went to provide some more information about Orca, which you supposed was for the guests who weren't a part of the organization and the purpose of the fundraiser tonight. Orca's goal, as she explained it, were to aid the conservation and restoration of oceans and beaches. There were many people who had helped to make the group as successful as it was. When she read off list of several volunteers who worked on making the event happen, Kov's name was one of the first to come out. His chest puffed out in pride at that. You named him come up a little further down the list. You were smiling from ear to ear at the mention. As you continued to thank the large donor for the event, you checked over to Kov. He was still grinning happily to himself and tapping his fingers over the top of his knees, pretty pleased to have been mentioned by name. He is very happy to be part of this. What would I do? Yeah, I'm excited for him. Like, I'm happy that I'm part of this, but I think that it's more like it's way more important for him. And since he's happy, of course, I'm happy too. So you are excited for him. He had worked so hard to make this event happen. It was the least that he deserved. While the host continued speaking, multiple servers dressed in black were sitting the first course of the menu in front of the guests. One of the servers set down a plate in front of you, and you thanked them quietly before looking over the dish with interest. You recognized the dish as a simple Caesar salad. The host quietly wrapped up the end of her speech, thanking everyone once more before inviting you all to begin your meal. Anyone who had included a special dietary note when sign up for the event received a vegan and vegetarian version, and there were also small baskets of bread set around the table. Yeah, I like sandwiches, but I don't eat bread with other things, essentially. So I just ate the salad. Cole wolfed down his salad before munching into a breadstick, quietly devouring that as well. I hope the next part comes up soon, as it's bigger. You could hear him mumbling to himself as he reached over for another piece of bread. He glanced around the table, and you followed his line of sight with curiosity. Noting that everyone else was still eating the salad. Stopping his hat mid-air, you quickly pulled back and rested in on his lap without taking another breadstick after all. It was clear that he was starting to feel unsure of himself, and he looked a little out of place here. He folded his arms and turned away from them to you. Hey, did you like the salad? He is worried. Burn out vegetables. I like vegetables. Poor Cove. Like he feels awkward, he told the date too much. Yeah, I'm gonna say that it was good. I can't wait to see what else they serve. He gazed, remaining purposely tuned on you, as if he was trying not to even think about what the rest of the table might be doing. He needs encouragement because he feels out of place. Wow, why? There are always some options that are rebellious options, if you get my drift. Like this one, you discreetly flipped the other guests off, which I don't find a logic with in the situation, but I'm also building as a pretty good person and kind of not rebellious, which is very funny considering who I am. Chat is having a broccoli discussion as we're wondering how to make Cove not to feel discouraged and out of place. I think I'm gonna give him a pat on the hand. His lips tilted up at the concerns, and he seemed touched by the reassurance. It wasn't much longer until the main course was arriving, and the various chicken, steak, and veggie dishes were being served throughout the room. An array of scents wafted through the room, making your mouth water. Chicken for the win, I guess. Thank you for joining, Perich. Have a nice night or day, and don't forget to rest. See you tomorrow if you can visit. Bye. Bye. A plate of perfectly roasted chicken and vegetables was set in front of you, with a delicate pale gravy. Cove had gone for the steak, and once he started to dig in, he was completely absorbed by himself, by his meal. I think I'm gonna tease him. The tips of your toes knocked against his shin discreetly, but enough for him to really feel it. He bowed upright in shock, almost choking on his mouthful of food. The look he gave you was far from impressed, but his eyes still held a glint of amusement. You drew your gaze away from him honestly, as though you had done nothing at all. When you picked to see if you had gotten off scot-free, he rolled his eyes and returned to his meal. You chuckled lightly beneath your breath, and He did the same, truly entertained. Dinner eventually ended, and last of all was dessert, a lemon sherbet that had been partly dyed blue. The mix of a white with bold stripes and blue made the little scoop look like a bow of roaring ocean waves. The effect was very pretty, but the serving size was small. Perhaps it was the price to pay for artsy. We turned to Cove to find him pouting a little at the size of it. Cove really eats a lot, given that this is the second time the size of, or portion of something makes him unhappy. Digging into the dessert, it took him only a few bites to polish it off all. Again, the other people around the table had barely even begun eating. Yeah, he's very tall, like he's a big guy. An unimpressed air settled over him as he sat back in his chair, sipping at his water unhappily. Uh, I think I'm just gonna check out. Like, are you really upset about your dessert not being large enough? He looked up at you sheepishly, embarrassed to have been called sulking over such a thing. He fumbled for a defense. It was just really good, that's all. And now it's gone. But it's okay. With a slight grin, he shrugged to show that he was really fine. Yeah, I'm gonna suggest this. You scooped up a spoonful of your sorbet and offered it to him, holding a hand beneath it to avoid any drips. His eyes widened as he eyed the dessert hungrily, surprised by the offer. Recovering quickly, he leaned forward over the table, lifting out of the chair a little as he ate the treat from your spoon. As he sat back, humming happily with his mouth full, you couldn't help but smile at the sight. Go swallowed the fox ocean, and let out a satisfied sigh. Even though it wasn't that much more, the simple fact that he had gotten more hit the spot. Thanks, Zero. You're welcome. You were pleased to see he was perkier, and you went back to eating the rest of your dessert. Another person from Orca got up on stage to make a speech as everyone was nearing the end of their meal. They spoke mostly about the individual projects that the organization was working on and their plans for the near future, as well as encouraging anyone who was interested to consider volunteering. Hove bent forward over the table with his chin balanced on a hand, listening attentively to the words. As they came to conclusion and everyone gave them a round of applause, Cove caught your eye and smiled. You wondered what would happen now. Oh god, that looks beautiful. Also, is that piano? And then the light dimmed, a cobalt spotlight came on, projecting a water light effect around the room. The guests gasped over the ambience, and you looked around with wide eyes and the ripple of the walls. The DJ that had previously been playing some soft mood music in the background announced that the floor was open for dancing, slowly turning the volume up so it drifted through the space. When you glanced at Cove, his eyebrows had shot up and he mumbled quietly. I didn't know they would be dancing. I guess it makes sense now that I think about it. He gave an awkward laugh as you both watched as people rose from their seats. It was clear now that many of the donors were couples. Oh my god! I mean, it makes sense. Rich people going to donate and stuff like this, and most of them are like couples, but oh god, okay. A smile crowd had started to form on the dance floor, and the DJ played a romantic song to get everyone started off. Kof let his gaze float over the small sea of guests, and he seemed lost in thought. A serious expression had settled on his face, making his eyebrows dip. Slowly, he turned to you, though there was something cautious in his approach. Do you... I mean, would you wanna dance with me? I knew that he's gonna ask, and also that's so fucking cute. Ugh, he's so cute. Of course. Yeah. He let out a stuttered laugh, relieved. Oh, that's good. He nodded firmly as he rose from his seat, though you noticed his hands shaking at his sides. You walked onto the floor together, hesitating a little when you turned and stood face to face. Ah, look at this, it's so pretty, and everything is blue, and he lives for that color too, which is so nice. Cove had a hard time meeting your eyes, but he lifted a hand for you to take, unsure of what else he was meant to do. You accepted his hand easy and gave him an encouraging smile. It took some doing, but amidst your nervous laughter, you managed to find a comfortable enough position and set the rhythm to the music. It was quite nice after that. Every time your eyes met Kov's, he would look away quickly, but he seemed to be enjoying the dance nonetheless. Eventually, he felt comfortable enough to speak. Oh, what had happened, huh? You nodded faintly. You weren't sure if he meant just today, this summer, or your entire time knowing each other. But it didn't really matter. It was true either way. Thinking back on the years that you and Cove had been neighbors, it was difficult to even try to reflect on it at once.
I'm so glad.
I'm glad we ended up here. He gave you a soft look and you beamed, knowing that could also mean many things. But from his tone, you were certain he didn't only mean here at the event. It was more than that. Oh God! Yeah, this is cheesy, but I want to say it. There's nowhere I want to be. The party eventually started to wind down, and last it came to an end. When the main light turned on, you blinked again, the brightness of them, making sure you still had Cove in your sight. One final speaker came up to the podium, to the stage, thanking all the guests for coming and wishing everyone a good night. It was bittersweet to see it come to close. Your time with Cove here was precious. At least the memories could be brought with you. Giving the space one more look, you walked together with Cove out to the parking lot. The other guests were doing the same, so you got stuck in a bit of a crowd. Though Cove was so tall you could always see him, and it was easy enough not to get separated. The parking lot itself was quite big, and even more noticeable now with the fewer cars blocking the view. It took a little while to actually locate Cove's car across its expanse. Eventually you found it, and the two of you bundled inside the vehicle and buckled up. The trip home was quiet, as you both silently reflected back on the experience. The event had been the biggest night of the year for Orca, and now it was all over, just like that. Outside your window, the surroundings soon became familiar, and you found yourself back in your neighborhood. You put the car into a Cove pulled the car into the driveway and put in a park before letting out a relieved breath. Home, sweet home. Yeah. After climbing out of the car, you walk slowly down the road, coming over to stand beside you. You stopped in the middle of the street, right between your house and his, and turned to him, finding him in the process of opening his mouth to speak. Strangely, he pumped his lips together as though he had suddenly thought better of it. I know what is maybe going to happen if we push the right direction. I mean, it's good time for a first kiss, I suppose. I hope that's what they're attempting to do. Also, I want to save because I forgot that my game is actually crashing from time to time. Okay, that was quite a night. Kof let out a pretty laugh, nodding in agreement. Yeah, it was. Okay, I'm going for the hug. You went forward and wrapped your arms around him. He returned the gesture, squeezing tight. Night, Zero. With a last, wispy smile, he led towards the front door, feeling you shouldn't linger in the street for much longer. You crossed the reminder of the road and did the same. When you reached your house, you pulled out your keys and stuck them in the door, trying to best be silent about it. Opening the door a crack, you turned back and looked at Cole from over your shoulder. Your eyebrows lifted in surprise to see he was doing the same, holding his front door open, but waiting for you to go inside before he did. You shared an amused smile before you both stepped into your own houses, locking the door behind you. That was so cute. It was quite late, so everyone else was already asleep. Quiet as a mouse, you tiptoed up to your bedroom and changed out your formal clothes into your pajamas. Now that you were finally home, you were exhausted. You brushed your teeth and got ready for bed in darkness before crawling under the covers and letting out the heavy breath. It was too strange to think about how that was it. The build-up to the event had felt like so much. Now it's completely behind you. Your mind was busy with rapid yet muddled thoughts as you faded closer and closer to sleep. As unconsciousness crept upon you, you felt more content. It was a big deal, but there would be more in the future. You could accept what it had been, and you could dream about what get to experience next. Yay! Oh, I thought that we're gonna finish the part, but no. Yep, if Cove is throwing rocks at our window again, I'm gonna. Dude, you're forever just gonna use the window, and I'm happy about it. And then you were taken away from dreams right back into reality by a sound. Your eyebrows pinched together, fully unprepared to be a part of the waking world again. The day was over, and it had been an eventful one. But you heard another noise. It was a tapping. Your eyes flew open. The window, there was a tapping that came from the window. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I mean, I really like him. It's not only because I'm going for the romantic road, like strictly I want them to end up together, like, but also I genuinely like him. And if I had a friend who did that and did that for like the span of 10 years of us knowing each other, I would have so much fun every time it happens. You tumbled out of bed, taking your blanket with you. You laid it on the floor when you scampered over the window. You saw through the glass that Kov's eyebrows were raised, and you suddenly realized that in your rush you hadn't taken care to be quiet. He had probably heard you crash to the floor. But that wasn't the matter at hand. You flung open your window and faced him completely, with nothing separating the two of you any longer. You had not been surprised to find Kov awkwardly crouching in your window ledge. However, you were taken aback to see that he was a little overdressed, or hadn't changed out of his formal clothes. You also noticed that he was perched clumsy. You didn't know if it was because he was trying to keep his fancy clothes clean or if he felt weird about something. His body was too stiff and awkward. As I expected, we may not have confession, Jesus. Cove smiled sheepishly. Let me drink a water. Oh, nice. Hi, Zero. It's nice to see you, Romeo. I would not say that. Just hi. I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable. You moved aside and let him climb inside. He cautiously stepped down by stretching his legs over. Strangely, he didn't use his hands for support. It was clear to you he was holding something. When he was safely on his feet, he briefly checked out his clothes, twisting around to see the back of his pants. He caught you looking and shrugged. I did go home after the event, but I knew I wasn't gonna be able to settle down. So I just walked back out. I needed fresh air and time away from everything. He paused for a moment and raised his clasped together hands where you could see them. But then something happened and, well, so I had something I wanted to show you. Oh God. Okay. Kov grinned like a child and gently unfurled his fingers, not being able to keep you in suspense even a minute. Yep, I knew it. Carefully sitting inside was a tiny yellow light. It blinked off and then on. Again, a firefly. Delicately, he moved his hand closer to you so you could see the creature better. You're back. Ah, look at him! Look how pretty he is! Ah, he literally climbed just to show us Firefly. He is precious. Oh my god. He closed his eyes, his smile now faintly illuminated by the insect companion. Honestly, I didn't think I'd see them this year. I don't know why, it's just they were kind of late and I guess I've been worrying about a lot of stuff lately. He could tell that the firefly genuinely lifted his spirit. He seemed at peace, and he wanted to share that with you. The fact that his first thought after discovering the fireflies was to come over and celebrate the joy with you made you suddenly feel very cherished. Cove opened his eyes. Oh, he's so cute. But he looked away, not meeting yours. It's really nice, I think. Even if the fireflies disappeared for a while, it doesn't mean they're really gone. They'll come back. I can see them again. Smile. And then you looked at the firefly keenly. There was definitely something poetic about them. You felt a warmth in your heart. Cove looked at your face. He smiled, now fragile. It makes me think about the two of us. We are together, then we say goodbye, and then we're together again. Day after day, year after year, and even if our time apart gets longer, that doesn't make it forever. Oh, is he afraid that we're gonna separate? I mean, I understand. The whole reason we stayed here is hopefully for you to stay here too. Oh no! Why is he so precious? What the fuck? Zero, I'll always be there whenever you want to see me. Oh, why you make me choose? And also that I wish I could have this as like a background for my PC. I love it. But also let me save. I knew something is gonna happen after we danced. I was like, no, there's no way nothing's gonna happen. I'm not as forward as this. But also I want to further the situation, so... You wanted to be with him. There was nothing else you wanted then. And he needed to know. Oh god, I'm choosing this. Chat, help me. I am too shy. Yeah. Your heart started to pound. The first beat drowned out all other sounds. You stared at him with a firm gaze. You both known each other for so long. You were such a good friends. You cared about each other so much. Although your feelings had changed, that didn't mean they hadn't grown from a stronger foundation. It was hard to take the step to become something else. But this was it. You weren't going to keep your feelings to yourself any longer. Chat, help me. I want this to happen, but also no, because I'm so afraid he's gonna turn us down. Also, I hope it doesn't happen, but... Oh god. Koff's expression shifted into something concerned. His brows were furrowed as he waited for your response. There was something fragile there. Sure. Oh, look at his face. Don't worry, I hope that this doesn't discourage you. And we also have to choose how to approach it too. Save me. I would have done that, but we need consent. I don't know how to approach this. I would never say that. Help me. Which one? Chat, don't leave me alone. Which one I should choose? It's either the first or the second. Because this is way too forward for me, I would not do this because consent. And this is just not the character I'm going for. Which one I should choose? Hello, thank you for joining. Yeah, the idea is to be with him. The point is how to approach it. I'm too shy. No. Also, thank you for joining us. Thank you. I hope you're having a fun time. Thank you for following. Thank you. It helps a lot. Thank you. Feel free to join Discord too if you like bantering with the rest of my chat. They're very nice people. Exclamation point Discord if you need a link. Oh, I'm so unsure which to say. I know that this game doesn't have bad ending in the sense of the game is made for you to have happy ending, but also, yeah, I'm gonna with this. Okay, his face. Run away. The rapid pulse inside of you seemed to grow even more deafening. Well, that's it. That's all you needed to know. What do you think? Cough rose up. Face. Look at you! Ah, he's so cute, he's so cute, he's so cute, he's so cute. What the hell? Face stuck on the shocked expression, but you noticed a slight tremble travel through his body as he went dark red. He swallowed hard. Oh, I didn't expect that to be a line. Also, the VA of cough. Oh, I'm dying here. I love romantic stories, but also when I'm the main character, it's kind of so embarrassing for me. Oh my god, Zero. His eyebrows furrowed as he openly struggled with words. He made several false starts and unintelligible pieces and parts of a thoughts. Finally, his voice cracked all the while. He got something out. Really? Is it okay? You like me? You want to be with me? It was like he could barely process it, as if he'd never thought really would let him have this. Oh my god, his reaction is way more than I expected. What? He actually started crying. Oh no, he's softy like me. No. Ah, my god. I am just so glad. He scribbled at his eyes. His voice went soft then. I thought I was ruining everything. Felt so bad that we've been like this for that long. How could I ask to change it? But I couldn't stop myself from wanting to. Ah, that's so well written, but also I'm dying. It's so cute. If this isn't just me, if you feel that way too. Why they took away my beautiful fucking pa? I mean, he's cute nonetheless, but also his arm faltered, causing the firefly to fly off. He centered himself, looking into your pink eyes. Yeah, because I have pink eyes in this. Zero. If I can, I like to be your boyfriend. I like it a lot. Think of anything I like more. His lips curled into a shy smile as he let out a laugh so early it was nearly a cough. Oh god. Ah, it's so cute, we're finally together after so long. Also, our families are gonna make us feel so awkward or like, since they kind of prepared us for this, like both families, even our colleagues at the Orca, like the volunteer people, everybody was like, you're like couple, just become a couple already. Yeah. I think I would do that. Now you knew. You both knew. It was out in the open. There wasn't anything to hide. I mean, I want to kiss him. That's a thing. But also, I love him. He's so cute. You should watch one of my vods. Like, since I'm uploading my stuff, everything I had played here, most of things, unless there is something copyrighted, I upload it on YouTube. And when we first saw him in this part of the story, when we grow up after our teen years, and he was out of town and came back and showed up on our window, I lost my mind when I first saw him as adult. I was like, oh no. And the artwork was very pretty, so I just sat here screaming like a mouse for a good 5 minutes. You couldn't bear to look at him. Your fingers came over your eyes almost unconsciously. You couldn't tell what he was doing, but he chuckled affectionately. I lost it. Sorry, chat, but that he was so cute. I didn't expect them to put him on the window like literally Romeo with all those gays and everything. And I was just enjoying making my room, and next second he shows up on the window. I'm like, no fucking way that's happening. I lost it so much. When you looked into Cole's face again, his smile was sparkling bright, much more so than the firefly he had brought you. His eyes burned with tears and he sniffled, but you could recognize equal joy taking over him. You both were happy. Together. You were together and happy. You carefully brushed aside the tiny water drops with your thumb. Cole bashfully leaned into your cares. Oh no! I'm gonna die! Why it's so cute? I'm supposed to be strong wolf, not like this. No. Why I'm doing this to myself? Why I'm playing games that either I'm bad at or the game is too cute for me to handle. There's no in between. He ducked his head while childish giggleness and picked you out of the corner of his eye. Thanks for waiting for me. Oh, that's so romantic though. I know that some of the sentences are kind of quote-unquote cringy, but also I'm way too into romantic stories, so... Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that. I wasn't waiting. You're always been there for me. Zero. We're gonna have to tell everybody about this, aren't we? Your moms, my parents, Liz, Terry, Miranda, everyone. I don't think they'll be surprised. Yeah, no one's gonna be surprised because they basically tried to set us up from the time we became 13. Jesus. But then again, it happened in the middle of the night. Typically us. Just talking in the middle of the night. He smiled at you with an unabashed preciousness. He figured that even without your history, if anyone caught Coves looking at you like that, it'd be obvious exactly how he felt. His openness of character had some truly delightful benefits. He must have been making an expression equally as affectionate because he began to fluster again. He made some stuttering chuckles and then quieted down, his mouth forcefully staying closed. Yay! Achievement unlocked, the bloomed romance. Nice! I'm glad. Nice. After 10 years of being together, you were officially a couple now. Cole looked into her eyes with a soft, slightly shy expression. There was hope in his smile. You wanna go to the hill with me? I bet there's still fireflies. Of course. Dude, who would say you're tired in that situation? Also, he looked so childish here, that's so precious. Cole brightened. He was practically bouncing at the thought of a secret excursion before he suddenly became bashful. So how should we leave? We could just try the door. We don't have to do the window thing, but maybe that's bother your family. You both chuckled at how awkward it would be if your mouse, or worse, Liz, saw you going on a midnight fairly catching a trip. You'd be sure to avoid that. I mean, I am way shorter than him, but he did the window thing a lot, so... But I don't want us to get hurt. I think, considering that we managed to enter the room quietly, I think we can get out of the room quietly. The dog should be fine. My moms don't wake up from people in the living room as long as they're quiet. Cove nodded in understanding. You grabbed some shoes and readied yourself for an adventure. You are glad that there was no way you'd run into another soul outside. Cove would be way overdressed and you were still in your pajamas. Creeping closer to your door for the trip out, Cove whispered one more question. Should I follow behind you? Of course. Yeah, not just on me. Okay. The two of you huddled together and exited your room. You quietly tiptoed down the stairs, wincing when your knee bumped and then froze. Neither of you heard anything further, so you continued to the front door. You unlocked the door slowly and tried to minimize the click of the lock. You took a deep breath and then turned the knob. When I think about it, when we were kids, we did the same. Like, I think at some point we ran, either when we were kids or when we were teens, we ran through the door at night. So that's not the first time we're doing this. Also, we are adults, so... You let go out first and then snuck out into the brisk night air. It was surprisingly cool, but not at all unpleasant. I still do that. I don't do it because there's no point. Like, there's nothing to do. I'm quite I'm night owl. But I just sit and watch anime or prepare stuff for streaming or whatnot. Both gave you an encouraging smile, but neither of you risked speaking yet. You briskly snuck behind the house and up to the old white poppy hill. And Kof was right. The entire hill was filled up, insects twinkling there, here and there, with their pale yellow light. Kof let out a content sigh, finally able to relax in full. He strode further up the hill to better enjoy the view. You walked along as well, letting yourself be surrounded by the twinkling display. I'm sorry my voice is dying. Then without warning, Kof flopped onto his back. He paid no mind to smacking his formal attire in the grass. He put an arm under his head and stretched the rest of his limbs out. He was clearly getting quite comfortable in the dirt there. Yep, I'm gonna lay down. He sat down first and they fell back. You could see the stars when you looked up at the night sky. I'm more than a snuggle person. I think it's gonna be easier for me to do that than move my arm. He was warm in contrast to the chilly ground. Cove cuddled closer in turn, taking his arm up near your shoulders. I wonder if that will be mad about the grass stains. He tugged at the collar of his shirt. He didn't sound concerned, just curious. Maybe you should figure out how to clean it before he finds out. His mouth bent a little and it went silent between you. The only sounds were the rustling of the bugs on the breeze and faraway crashes of waves on the sea. You couldn't help but reflect on what happened only a brief time earlier between this and your room. This almost felt like a different world. Was it even real? What happened between you two? You could almost be convinced it wasn't and that you had never actually stopped dreaming. You stole a glance at Cove. He caught you and blushed. The little readiness reassured you. Cove remembered, same as you. What you had was real. The big romantic in my head wants to do the last one, even though it's cringe as fuck. Oh no. I'm gonna save, just in case. Yeah. Take off. Do you feel like dancing? He stared at you in shock and at the invitation. Understandably, he had not expected that. He felt obligated to try to say more. I just liked. Cove's eyebrows crinkled and he smiled softly. Okay. Oh, I love them. I say them despite me being the character because, I can't fully play as myself. But I feel like I'm watching my kids, I watch two people, it's not even my kids, they're just two precious beings and they finally became a couple, something we expected to happen. You got up and brushed off your clothes as best as you could. A pesky blade of grass tried to stay stuck on your leg. Cove did likewise, wiping his hands off his pants to clean them off. You faced across at each other, and suddenly the prospect of what you were doing became more real. Cove hesitated a moment as you both tried to decide what move to make now. He smiled as he wrapped one arm around your waist and the other across your back. He pulled you closer, near enough that your bodies were touching. Then you began to sway together amid the floating lights. Despite the lack of music, you found a rhythm to your movements, back and forth, step to the side and slide. It was relaxing and freeing. Your eyes were never straight from one another. For a time, you just existed in the moment, holding each other close and enjoying being together. The hour grew late, and the fireflies mostly disappeared, and you only a few stragglers remained. Then even they blinked out of sight, leaving you alone with Kov and your thoughts. Kov stole a second to release the words that had been filling his head during the quiet.
I'm so glad.
Oh, look at him. He always looks like this when he's shy. I'm so glad I get to be with you. He felt a great deal of happiness. Kov's expression was completely open, honest, and full of sincerity. He meant every word. No matter how much it didn't seem real yet, it was. It felt as though this was the night that would never end, but you knew it would have to. All too soon, you were only grateful to have been a part of it. These were moments to truly treasure. You never let yourself forget them. Oh, we finally became a couple. Oh God. Let me see something for a second. No, don't let him go. It just happened automatically. I thought there gonna be a more scene, but there wasn't. I think it's kinda in his character. We do not jump into actual relationship stuff fast. Yay! So, I think we're gonna move to the chatting scene because sadly my voice is dying, so I can't continue reading more. Let me move. Hello. Let me fix the sound. Yay. Sorry for looking at the site. I am fixing the game. I have to close it. Come on, game, close. No. Okay. Yay. I hope you're hearing the rain because I'm having like rainless BGM. Thank you very much for joining today. And I was very happy, although I know that my voice is kind of dead when I read sometimes. Yeah. What do we like to do with my streams? At the end of each stream we rate somebody. Thank you, that's very nice. I stream each day around this time. I try to stream 4 or 5 times a week, and sometimes recently I'm doing like collabs and talking about anime and stuff. So if you enjoy stuff like that, you can expect that each week at least one collab or like anime talk stuff. So as I was saying, what we like to do is rate people. So to give them a bit of happiness, you don't have to stay with them. Just say hi. You can go if you don't have time and also, are not interested in the game. I just like rating people. But that aside, I really love this game. I love Kov and every character in the game, but the whole scenes with Kov are so sweet. He is so precious, and I love the fact that he continuously uses our window as a door. It's very funny and very cute. The first time he started doing it, I was like, is he Romeo? What the hell is happening? And it was when we used the old room, not our current room. Our current room is our sister old room. So he changed the windows but still continue to using the Windows. It's so cute. But yeah, so what we're going to do is try to find somebody to raid. Tomorrow we're playing the Luxium fan-made game, Light the Way. So that's gonna be fun. Ooh, I am playing mainly visual novels because my PC is bad, so I can't play many games. I also want to get better at voice acting. My voice is pretty fragile, so I need a lot of training to learn how to do it. So I just combine it. Sometimes I'm playing also RPG Maker games, like I'm playing horror games, and just some fun stuff. But for now, we're pretty basic thanks to my scuffed PC. I'm very thankful for everybody in chat who joins, and even if you are just lurking, not speaking, never in my chat, you're more than welcome here. As you know, the whole idea of my streaming is to be safe space for people and kinda, you know, just sit with an idiot and enjoy some time. So yeah, also I'm very happy with my model currently. I learned how to make it move more smoothly than before, and it reflects my movements better. Mm, mm, yeah. It was quite stiff before, but no, I bought it from a Japanese site. The name of of the creator is on my Twitter, in my description. They were so very nice to allow me to use it, and it's actually insane because the quality is very high for the price I had to pay. So yeah, I started as a model that I did myself, which was 3D model. Yeah, I like it a lot because with time I think it started really reflecting who I am. So yeah, I'm kinda chaotic but also comfy. I hope so. And also I have a lore and story and everything. I just hope to be able to share it someday. You know, I have the working PC and the money to do so. But yeah, I'm half a wolf. I am 200 years old. People say that I'm cute. My chat says that I'm cute. I don't know if that's true. I only know that people get surprised when they hear my voice. Let me check who we can raid. Cute grandpa. Why am grandpa? What? Why am grandpa? What the hell? What the hell? Cute grandpa. Oh god. I am sensing somebody who is gonna vibe really well with my chat regulars. Who like to call me different stuff like that. Wait. Who we can raid? Oh, 1-2 is here. Canary is here. Maggie, but I haven't traded Canary till now. So let's trade Canary. Canaries is playing Overwatch. He's like how to explain it? Angel. Like literally, he's Angel. So yeah, we're gonna raid Canary. I hope you enjoyed our time together today, and I hope to see you tomorrow. We're gonna have many new things happening, like several collabs are in the working. Cover song is in the working. Since my second cover song, but it's gonna be quite a while that before it drops because it's like collab with somebody. And yeah, I'm happy to see more people joining. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Drink water. Don't do like me. One of the reasons my voice is so fragile is because I barely drink any water. Sleep more than me, which means more than 4, 5, 6 hours. And also know that you always have place here. Please enjoy my outro and see you again. Bye. I love you.